And we are back on the, well, technically the bridge of the Normandy. Ready to finally set out with our new Spectre status, and the plan I have is to probably go and get Liara right away. Do a little exploring and probably be good with that for this time. Let's go talk to Joker first.
Commander, something you need?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know?
Nope.
Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey,
He's
I
Shawn
worked
Michaels.
my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do.
I didn't mean
It's
it that
an
way.
extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
That seems condescending.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
Okay, should be.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
That's such a good see ya. Do I have? No. Okay. Make sure I don't miss any logs. Let's go talk to Presley.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander, this won't be a problem.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Okay.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
We got people to talk to, so we'll do that later. Anybody else here? Nope. Anybody here? Anything here? Nope. Okay, let's find people to talk to. Awkward.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
I think that was picking up stuff that was supposed to be able to be done before. I remember I tried to talk to him, but he wouldn't actually say anything besides just the normal blah 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 without any interaction. I think this was Layara's room normally. Go talk to Dr. Chakwas. She's not in here. Oh, there she is.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of
Okay.
But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
We've already heard all that. Okay, I think we have to go down the elevator. Ah, there's Garrus. You should have a lot of
Looking for
licenses now.
supplies?
Let's see
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Okay, looks like he has everything that I should have been able to get.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
No problem. Ashley?
Commander?
The you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duties squared away.
Oh?
I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
We came as soon as we got the distress call, even with the fastest ship in the fleet.
You did the best you could, Commander. It's my fault. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
Sir, they have flashlight heads. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Dismissed, Chief.
That's a good remark. They do have flashlight heads. Ah, Hera.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
Personal inquiry.
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
They tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected. Every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
That's a very good point.
You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Shepard. Okay, and Tali should be the last one. She's always by the engine. Oh, we got Engineer Adams.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tali? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tali, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space.
Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Sounds cool.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
There she is.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla.
That's a lot of people on a ship.
And each of us relies on the others for survival.
Ships.
The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
That's really in-depth.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So they were the Borg.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
What did you do?
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Yeah, they
You
pretty much
can't blame
defended
them
themselves.
for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
We'll avoid being too
I want to
condescending.
know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Kind of sounds what happens to wrestlers in New Japan. They have to go somewhere else first, and then they come back.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Like nothing.
I should go.
See you later.
Okay, that was a lot of info dump. Now we can go somewhere. Ah, shorter elevators. Oh, yeah, I can go upstairs. And I'll probably get a tutorial here. Okay. I think this is a DLC mission. We have a quest over here. Huh. I'm trying to think of what I want to do. Let's go and get the R right away. Can't really remember which planet she was on. Her last known location was somewhere in the Artemis Tau cluster. Okay, that's not much help. Let's do a survey. Get chairs for writing. I gotta stop hitting the B button. Here, up. Stitcher's actually supposed to be like a blip or something like that that makes it noticeable, but okay, we already did that one. Okay, let's land. And get our first taste of the Mako. Let's take Tali and Garrus. I haven't used the Mako in a very long time. I remember liking the Mako and hearing people complain about it, but I remember the controls not being the greatest. Okay. Let's look at our map. Got plenty of Omni Gel to repair. Came out before Skyrim, right? Nope, that's not the one. How do I get out?
I'm on my way.
There we go. B. Ooh. Nope, I ain't gonna. Not even gonna get a chance to. Ah, crap. I think it would have given me that right away instead of waiting until I was actually in and out of it. Probably have upped the brightness on my main monitor. This planet's kind of dark. Sure I remember the buttons.
On my way.
Okay. That should be everything. There. Okay, you don't have to tell me again. Here, I'll do it a couple times so maybe it doesn't worry about it. Or it knows I'm gonna get into combat here in a second. So it's just like, you really should remember how to do this. There's something else up here? No, wrong button again. Oh, ooh. Almost didn't get that correct. Must have a lot of Omni gel since I still have 99 and I used 25 already. How'd that work out? Yeah, it's like GTA. Ah, wrap up
Heading to
again.
position.
That's the last of them.
Okay.
Take them out.
Nope. What I want to do.
Go!
Locked and loaded. I'm on it! You must die!
Must I?
Enemies everywhere! I've lost shields.
Ah!
I think we're good, Shepard.
Okay. No, I could have blown that up.
I'm here if you need me.
Ah, how is my description too low? Tally should have really high description. Really? Okay. Wait, can I maybe get her up enough? No, that's hard. Oh, that's not that hard actually. Ah, I screwed that one up. Crap. I'm not gonna have a chance. Ah! Yeah, I screwed that one up. Okay. Well, at least, no, well. She did the rest of it for me, too. Let's get my charm. Did I put one in? No, I must have already been there. That'll be useful. I really should actually get Unity up as well. One of these days I'll get that right. Garrus won't be used much longer. That's kind of pointless for Garrus since he's already... Okay, well, yep. Yeah. Let's get my upgrades here real quick. Oh. 14 weapons ability, heat absorption, damage, accuracy. Accuracy might be nice. Yeah, let's go kind of ground. Tali, you use pistols. This one's probably better. You use assault. Don't have anything else good for you. We have armor. That's actually worse. Great. No armor for you. Actually, wait, did I get any good? I saw some. Okay. Let's save just to make sure nothing goes bad. Wow. Okay, back to the mix. Wait, there's still a quest marker. Am I missing something? Well, that was fun, but probably not pertinent to anything. Yeah, I don't see anything else in here. Oh, I shut the door on myself. There's a bird messing around in my air conditioner. Sana. Okay, so I just have to go back. We'll even go back up just to 100% make sure. It doesn't look like there's anything. Okay, don't think there's anything else on here. Okay. Should it be good for this one? Let's go here. Okay. Anything here? Look like it. I already went to you. Yep.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Okay. That might actually be where Tali is, or not Tali, Liara is, so let's not go there quite yet. There. There. Just make sure. I swear it was Gnosis, but I could be wrong. I know there's usually supposed to be like a little glimmer or something if there is something in these, but oh, there it is. Nope, wrong one. Yeah, so looked at you. Looked at you. So it's either Therum, which I believe is actually it. I swear it was Therum. That sounds more familiar than... What am I now? Which one was it? That doesn't look good. Hey. So we're here first. Yeah, I gotta get out.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
Really?
All target.
What do I need?
It's down.
Well, maybe we can level up before. Yeah, this isn't that bad. Ooh, they don't look good.
Ready whenever you are.
Okay. there's going to be a Thresher Maw here, isn't there? Yep. Oh, I got way too close. I didn't save. That's 5 minutes ago. Well, let's do it again. At least we know that our electronic skills is too low for the one. I didn't think I was that close. Which one wasn't I able to get? I got a horrible memory. You can do it! You can do it! Yeah! Oh, it's this one that I couldn't do.
Securing point.
Yeah, that means I gotta go back over this way. This went sideways so quickly. Let's remember to save before going to the next one. Okay, map. Set destination. Alright, save. That was a bit harsh on here. Okay, now let's see if we die again, which we probably will. Oh, come on! Really? Right underneath me. Man, I keep on missing. I didn't kill it. I don't think I did. I guess it's
Cover me.
not a good idea to do this.
Alliance soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
Looks like these men were under Admiral Kabuku's command. He'd want to know what happened here.
I swear I didn't kill it. Okay. Either it glitched out on me, or I did kill it. Well. What if I leveled up? Should check that. I didn't. Everybody's gotta die by a Thresher Maw, right?
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
Anything up here? Nope. Doesn't hurt to check.
I thought Paladin was hot.
Even the Geth wouldn't want to live in this heat.
save. Here. Had to be fun making a music for this game. Pay more attention. Oh! Yeah. Whoa! I guess your electronics is going up next. Ooh, does this? I remember there's a mission that had a really tough spot. This might be it.
Trying to knock down the front door seems stupid. Maybe we could find a side window?
Okay, come on, get off. Nope, go back, go back. Nope, back. Okay. I'm pushing back and forward and it's going the same direction. It's not helpful. Oh. Well, let's get out. That way. Ooh, sneak by on that one.
All clear.
Yeah, why not? Not really needed. Absolutely nothing up here.
Remember to stay hydrated.
Are you my Peabody or something? Probably should just drive up closer to these things instead of running around.
I think we're good, Shepard.
Do I have any better equipment? Let's see here. That's good for you there. That's good for you. Oop, nope, not good for you there. That's better. That is better-ish. Okay. Safety save. Ah, that one actually hit. You're way the hell out there. poor little thing is stuck. Maybe I'm not hitting it. Oh, that thing is messing me up though. You, go away. Did I get it? Yeah, alright. Can I get both of them? Nope, that's not even the right angle. That scraping noise is a little bit annoying. Hopefully that doesn't come through in normal audio. Better level up. Unity. That. That. Hopefully that gets her so I can actually do stuff with electronics again. Ah, do I have to get out? I have to get out, don't I? Nice. Whoop! I probably don't have to get out. Oh, nope, there's a wall there. There's definitely an invisible wall there. I'm sure there's people that's actually gotten to make it through that. Oh, okay. Let's make sure. After that Thresher Maw, I am super paranoid.
I've lost shields.
Ow! That hurt. Wait, I have. Wait, did I not equip it? Boo! Felt like I hit that.
I've lost shields.
Oh. Should probably have Garrus do that.
Shields disabled. I've lost shields.
Nope. Why does it not equip?
Perimeter secured.
Got him.
Think we're good, Commander.
Really need to work on those sniper skills. This is the area that sucks. Run away! Let them come to us. You jumpy mother. Good job, Tally. Where is that one? Tally's cleaning up. you are the main problem. Okay. What do I got? Yeah? Oh. Yeah?
Perimeter secured.
Alright. First time. Didn't miss anything back here, did I? Cool. Just so we don't have to do that again. I think I remember the first few times when I played this the first time, just getting destroyed because not running and hiding immediately. Just get rocketed and sniped. Whoa, what's going on? Whoa, that was weird camera.
Think we're good, Commander? It looks like this cavern formed around the ruin, after it was built.
More elevators. Wait, no.
I wonder what Liara's looking for in here. Most Prothean ruins have nothing more than dead instrumentation.
Really have to remember the quick weapon switch, maybe. Huh, weird. It doesn't want to go back. Do we really just have that much health that we're not getting healed all the way? Or are we poisoned? I don't know. Close enough. Let's see here. Nothing really good. That's better. Pistol. Okay.
Hello? Could somebody help me?
Nah,
Please?
you good.
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, alright?
I want to talk first.
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
How'd you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth, beyond the veil!
Yes.
I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please!
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here.
Oh, we'll find a way.
Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
Okay.
Hostile spotted.
Oh, I don't even have sniper rifles locked. Let's keep going with Spectre training. Good, we'll clear this out. Level 4 shotgun. Oh, this thing again. Oops. not even like a Simon Says thing. It's just, just keep pushing buttons until you get it.
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We have to get you out of here before more Geth arrive.
Yes, you're right. I've seen enough of them to last a lifetime. That button should shut down my containment field.
Push the button. That's a hell of a button. Come on, you knew you were gonna drop. Should have been waiting for that.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Seren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
So I got 8
He
minutes?
needs to move faster.
Ooh, what's going on with my face? Oh, let's not look at that. Grogan! Should have had Rex with me. Okay, that's just shadowing. Okay.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants. Kill her. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
No, wrong one. Good. That was loud. That got really loud. Holy cow. Watching green bars go all over the place.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
Good to know.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
It's a coping mechanism. You'll get used to it.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
What cycle? What are you talking about?
The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of... How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear.
Very unclear.
I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you are right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate? Or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the north...
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Yay! Achievement! Whatever that actually is. Are there actually achievements in here? Leveled up again. That would be really nice to get. Level 15 already. Okay. You got anything new?
Yes, Commander?
Nope.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
See if Joker's got anything to say.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I, pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Top of my class.
What are you talking about?
You mean put the Norman...
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
I already heard all you got to say. I don't think we are going to be talked to yet, but let's find out. If not, we have stuff we can sell. Actually, might be by Dr. Jaffa. Nope. Oop. Let's get more out of jail. She would be over here. Or not? Got anything else to say?
Anything you need, Commander?
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Yeah. That's nice. Let's go down, sell some stuff. Got anything to say, Ray?
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good? He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would've if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. Couple of the mercs called him by name. But he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him. So I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Okay. What kind of weapons does the IR use? Doesn't really tell me.
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies.
You're racist.
As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
You've got a pessimistic view of the universe, Williams.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist. Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least, I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. They lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it, too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough, but you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sex rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Okay, let's sell all this level 1 stuff. Oh, what can I equip myself real quick here? That's better.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Let's also sell level 2. That's a lot of stuff. Yeah. Tally has anything else to say?
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
I find it rather peaceful. Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them, but maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
Okay.
I should go.
See you later.
Up the slow elevator. That's Kane, Dr. Chaflas. Nothing else to pick up down here. Okay. I think that is where we will leave it. We got Liara, so we got the entire crew now. Gotta do a bunch of cleanup stuff because there's a lot of the galaxy to explore. But that'll be next time. Let's make a save just to make sure I don't lose all this again. And thank you all for watching. Have a good one.